Shoot. Alrighty. How's it going? Sorry about that. I got this just set up last minute. Didn't Kristen didn't leave me her laptop, so I had to figure something out last minute. And I just got this set up about a minute or two ago, and I'm sitting here talking to myself. I forgot to hit the actual live button. So let me know if you can hear me at least. Thank you for joining and being patient. Tonight's not going to be much of a live. I shouldn't say that. I'm here to answer your guys' questions tonight. That's about it. I don't really have anything planned. Don't really have any announcements that I know of. I can remember. But you guys can hear me. That's awesome. Thanks. It's a total, just last minute throw something together. But I can kind of start from the top. I know you guys been here for a while. You had Verna in the house. Thank you, Verna, for joining. She's our moderator. She's doing awesome. She's always doing awesome. Sent her some eggs this week, or it's last Saturday, I think. But she got them this week, and I hope they arrived okay. I think you said they did. But got her eggs sent, and Chris from Slightly Redneck got his eggs sent off. A lot of his birds, even including some of the birds that he hatched out from us, got eaten by a fox. So Ed Got Bait was generous to donate some eggs, which was awesome. It was very kind of him. Jasmine's here, says hello, Quail friends. I'm not going to have the fancy software today, just so you guys know. If you guys like that, I'm just going to have to read. Jasmine says, I can't believe it's already December 1st. I know. November went by really fast, so did October. I can't believe my birthday came and went already. It's nuts. Battleborn Urban Farms in the house says, hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome for joining. I seen you got your eggs into lockdown from us today. So that's awesome. Can't wait to see them hatch out. Gary Miller's here. Hello from North Carolina, Whiskey Tango Farms, and the rest of the Quail family and friends. Eric Ism is here. It says hello. Hello. Welcome. Jesse Mills is here. It says good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jesse. Thank you for joining. Katrina is here. Says hi to everyone from Gilroy, California. Welcome. Jasmine says, I have a question for everyone. What do you do with all your eggs when you aren't selling them, but you are getting 30 eggs a day? My hubby doesn't eat eggs. Me and my fur babies eat as many as we can. Yeah, that's a good question. I know in the past when we've done it, we've just pickled them. We've also just given them away as much as we can. Some people, oddly enough, don't like quail eggs. Or there's not really to say they don't like them. They're scared to try them for some reason. I brought some to work months ago, and nobody would take them. We had our managers meeting, and I'm like, hey, I got some quail eggs for you guys to try. Hopefully, really what I was trying to do is trying to generate some business or anything, But nobody wanted them. Like, they were like, no, that's okay. That's okay. And then finally, one guy at work, he took them. But I'm not sure if he ever ate them. I forgot to ask. What the Quail Farms here says, good evening, everyone. I'm sorry, I didn't really answer your question. It sort of did, didn't I? Jasmine, sorry. Otis is here. Howdy, y'all. Good evening. Thanks for joining. Let's see here. Battleborn Urban Farms said Jasmine to water glass them. You could do that too. It's a good option to store some eggs, especially if you don't have supplemental light into the winter. You can store some eggs and so you have eggs all winter. But I mean, if you're getting 30 eggs a day now, you're doing pretty good. Katrina says, I'm going to hard boil some, then I'm going to make eggnog. Yes. We actually are planning on making eggnog, I think, tomorrow. I was going to do a video on it. I can't remember. I think tomorrow was the day. And yes, it's going to be made out of quail eggs. Otis says tuna salad. Tuna salad with egg. Quail eggs. What the Quail Farm says, nice to see all my peeps. Pun intended, LOL. Otis also said omelets. Make omelets. I make eggs every morning for breakfast. So. Gary also suggested to pickle them. Jasmine says, I'm going to lacto ferment, pickle a ton. Haven't fried water glassing yet, but I want to. Maybe make a custard, lemon curd. Anyone use quail eggs for either of those? No, that's a good idea. Another option too, make mayonnaise. Jasmine said eggnog, perfect season for that. Yep. Otis also said flan. What the Quail Farm says they've been pickling them as well. Verna says use them in all baking and cooking. Yep. You guys did a lot of talking without me here. Jasmine was like, oh, Otis is fancy over here with his flan. Love it. Yeah, that's funny. Battleborn Urban Farm says you can drop them in a muffin tin and freeze them, and then put them in a Ziploc bag. Yeah, you could do that as well. I think water glassing would probably be better, in my opinion. I tried freezing eggs before, and I didn't care for them, but Jasmine said you guys are all the best. The Rochelle Farms here says hello folks, welcome, thanks for joining. Katrina says she makes a great flan. Haven't done it with quail eggs yet though. It's very interesting. I've never made flan, so Ed got bait. Wow. If you had a freeze dryer, Jasmine, that would work out great. Or you could donate them to charity, food bank, or see if your local firehouse would like some. Those are really good options as well. Laura Shell Farm says, when I have too many eggs, I will usually give them as a bonus to my chicken egg customers. That's good. Yeah, that's a good way to get them into quail eggs if they're not already. But the Quail Farm also said boil them and make huge egg salad. That works too. Katrina is asking Jasmine if she's done lots of lacto fermenting. She says she's not a fan of the salty. Does it always end up salty? I tried for the first time last year lacto fermenting wow, I can't speak. Artichokes. That was gross. I like lacto fermenting things. That's fun. I made one of the things I like making is kimchi. You lacto ferment that. Jeff says, good evening all from Central Missouri. Good evening, thanks for joining. Ed Got Bait says, guess he's waiting on his wife. LOL. Yeah, I wish. She actually works until 9 o'clock tonight. So yeah, you're stuck with me, guys. I hope I'm entertaining enough tonight. Just me. But Katrina said that's right, you can make egg noodles with them. That worked too. S.L. Swanson says, oops, sorry I'm late. No punishment, please. Well, I was later than you, so thanks for joining. Scramble them and feed them back to the quail. You can do that. Feed back to the birds, Otis said. I got based at S.L. Swanson. You made it before WTF. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It was so late. What the Quail Farm says, I can only eat a couple eggs a day because the next day my well, I don't know what that means. Um, Otis says you have to hit 50 times, hit thumbs up 50 times. You know, it'd be awesome. Yeah, hit the thumbs up button. Appreciate it. Helps us out. S.L. Swanson said, "Don't be telling my secrets. At least I got the first like when I came earlier. Yeah, thanks for hitting that." Verna said, "You can also separate the eggs and make lemon custard pie or even custard pie. That works." Jasmine was replying back to Katrina, said, "Yes, it's the best, and no end result should be." It should not be super salty, referring to lacto fermentation. I will share some recipes. They're so delicious. I think sun chokes would be too starchy for fermenting. Dale's Quail's here. Welcome, Dale. Says, "Good evening, everyone. Just listening in tonight. Supper time, then back to the shop to try to catch up on some orders." Yeah, Dale's been very busy lately. It's awesome. Katrina said, "Otis, you have to hit it 51 times so it ends up a like." Yeah, that worked. Yeah, you gotta keep the like on there. Gary Miller says, "Y'all ladies need to make a cookbook. Men too. Some of us can cook. LOL." Yes, I actually do all the cooking in the house. Kristen can't cook. She cooks a little. She can't really cook. S.L. Swanson says, "You think Brandon is late because he's a breach?" What does that mean? A breach. I don't know what breach is. Oh, had a breach. No, no. Just nobody left me the computer that we always use. Sorry. What the Quail Farm says, would it be wrong to feed them back to the quail? No, you can feed the eggs back, fry them up. Psycho Ward 360's here. Hey, everyone from Vegas. Hey, thank you for joining. Verna says, what the Quail Farm, you can scramble them and then dry them back in the oven or dehydrate and feed back to the chicks. And Katrina said, "Jasmine, good to know. I didn't try anything else because it turned out so terrible. A lot of people suggest doing them after having it done, I just have to disagree." Yeah, I don't know. I would lacto ferment those as well, but S.L. Swanson said, "Verna is making a cookbook. Send your recipes to Verna." Yeah, she is. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait for that. And then Jasmine was replying back to what the Quail Farm too. It says, "I have scrambled them up and fed them back to chickens and quail." So, I got bait. Battle me too. Just hard to drop the cash in one. Oh, I guess I missed the comment. The freeze dryer. No, yeah, Battle or Born Urban Farm says, "I want a freeze dryer." So that, yeah, that'd be cool to have. It really would be fun to play around with and store some food. So. Jasmine says, "My good friend has a freeze dryer, the Harvest Right. It's amazing. She's done eggs in it." That's cool. Psycho Word says, "We have handed out like 300 free eggs so far." That's awesome. Hope that's been working out in your favor. Katrina says, replying back to Battleborn, Harvest Right has a layaway program. You don't have to buy it all at once. There you go. It's an option. Otis says, "I keep a few dozen with me in the truck every time I go. I'll push them off to anyone, LOL, for free." That works. S.L. Swanson says, "There's our champ." I hope you're referring. I don't know if you're referring to me or not. Jesse Mills says Brandon's still recovering from his birthday celebration. No, I really didn't do anything for my birthday. I'm old. I don't do anything. And I've never really celebrated my birthday much. Otis says, but they're back for more. Haha. Battleborn said to Verna, I'll send you a deviled egg recipe, but I need to remake it to get you a photo. There you go. Jasmine said, hey, Brandon, you here? Awesome. Yeah, I'm here. Oh, Ed got bait and said, LOL, tech troubles. Yeah. Yeah. Loud and clear, everybody's saying. My eggs went to the incubator today. That's awesome. Can't wait to see how those hatch out for you. I just hatched out another set of Celadon test babies that I've been doing. They're for my own test ones. And then I don't remember, because they're small batches I've been doing, just random. I think I got 9 out of 10 that I went in there. I think I only set 11 eggs, and one wasn't had no development at all. But I think that was no. I was just thinking about another one. But yeah, so 9 out of 10 so far. But they just started hatching literally like an hour ago. They all popped at once. Sorry. Lost my spot. I'm sorry. Battleborn Urban Farm says, questions, should you rename our rooster to Brandon so he can say, let's go, Brandon? Sure. Why not? Jasmine says, sorry, hijacked the comments with my question, but this community is a lifesaver. Yeah, it's awesome. It's no problem. You know, you guys had to keep entertained somehow while I was absent. So it's great. Battleborn said, our 30 Celadons went in lockdown today. It's awesome. Yeah, I did see your post. It's great. Can you share any tips about caring for rabbit babies? I have some due in a couple weeks, and this is my first time, Katrina asked. I'm not too experienced with them, with the rabbits, but all of our rabbits died, our babies. It got really cold one of the days, and it was when they started moving out of the nest box, and they started just freezing. We tried putting them back in there, and I think it was partially because it was windy that day too, and we didn't have our wind block on the front of the hutch. So I think that was probably our fault a little bit. One of them died because it was just not feeding. The other thing, though, was odd is don't think the mom was feeding them anymore, which was really unfortunate, because we did bring them back inside, and we brought them inside to warm them up and stuff. But and we actually got one going again, and it was running around and stuff, but it passed away the next morning. So really just, check on them a lot. But you being out in California, I think you don't really get down as cold as temperatures as we do, so you should be all right. The day that they all pretty much died was, I think it got down to 10 degrees that night, and the wind chill was pretty good, so it was our fault, I think, part of it. But we have another doe due, creme d'argent doe. I'm not sure of her name. That was an announcement that Kristen was gonna do a couple lives ago, but we bought a creme d'argent doe that was bred, and she's due on the 9th. So we're gonna have some creme d'argent kits here soon. The cool thing about her, she is an unrelated doe to the buck we got from the guy, and then we also got a creme d'argent from Tiffany at Tealstone Homestead, and they're all unrelated. So all three of them, even though Tiffany's has this guy's bloodlines in her rabbit, they're all unrelated. So with the three of them, we can actually have a very diverse Creme d'Argent stock, which we're really excited about. The Creme d'Argent doe that's pregnant right now actually won 3 legs or whatever, so she's like a grand champion or something too. So I don't, at least we have the paperwork that we can send in to get her grand champion, which is kind of cool. And she comes from a lot of really good show lines and a lot of awards on the parents and grandparents. So let's see here. Roas is here, says hi from Canada. S.L. Swanson says you don't look any older. I know, isn't that funny? You know, that day comes and you're like, yep, I don't feel any older. I feel like a 70-year-old man, but you know, I don't really feel any older. Let's see here. Katrina says, can you guys make a video about leg bands? Kristen shared some info about how you guys put them above the knee. A lot of questions and about leg bands has been coming up in the newbie quail lovers group. We actually did just record a little short video because I know Kristen said that was been an issue. We just need to upload it, I think, because it's really short. I think it's less than a minute. But yeah, we show. We'll have to probably get info, 'cause I have no idea where she got the leg bands from. I don't remember. But they're little bands. And yeah, I stick them up above their knee. The reason I started doing that is because we stuck them around their ankle, like where their claw goes. And they were too big. And they're, full, like some of them were too big, and so they're slipping off. And they were full-grown quail. They're not really full-grown. I think they're like 6 or 7 weeks, but I mean they're big enough that they shouldn't have. But yeah, we started putting them up above the knee there, and they don't fall off. And the size that we have are just fine for. I think all the quail that we've put them on has been fine. Besides, I don't think the jumbos. And if you have really big legs, these probably might be a little too big. But I will get with Kristen and we'll upload that video and hopefully put some of the information on where she got the leg bands. Katrina said it would be a great reference video. Yeah, we'll do that. Verna said, should I have boiled them and made deviled eggs? That way they would try from curiosity. Oh, for the eggs giving away at work. Yeah. I did have a couple people recently said that they would try some eggs. I need to bring some in when I go back to work. I was supposed to go there this week, but the kids got sent home to be virtual teaching. I usually go to work at least once a day, or one day out of the week, and yeah, the kids were stuck to do virtual school, so that's been fun. And a lot of, I think it was like 3 or 4 people at their school, not in their classes or anything, got COVID, so they just wanted to be safe, more safe than sorry, I guess, and sent them home to torture me. Jesse Mills says, question is there still eggs available for the Christmas hatch? Message me tomorrow. I have to double check to see how many people. I know Kristen made a list, and we had one more request today to join, so I have to see if we have room. I don't remember how many people did the hatch, and I don't want to send out any old eggs or anything. So I want to make sure we have fresh eggs to send out. But yeah, message me. You can message my phone or send us an email, and I'll answer back to you tomorrow. I just gotta look at the sheet. Ed Got Bay said, next time, Brandon, take the quail deviled eggs. They won't last long. Yeah, that's what Verna just said. Yeah, I'll try that. We'll see. Um, Dale's quails, we dehydrate an insane amount of eggs. Um, yeah, I know you mentioned that once to me. I'm not sure how you dehydrate them, but I was gonna have you show me that. Katrina says, how many deep can you stack eggs when you water glass? I've been wanting to try this. I know for chicken eggs, they don't recommend a 5-gallon bucket because of the possible breakage. Yeah, I wouldn't do big glasses of them. Quail eggs should be fine though in like a half-gallon jar or a quart jar, just fine. So that's what I would recommend. Dale's Quail says, same as our tomato powder, so much powder. Um, James says, I plan to make pasta with the unsold eggs. That's a good idea. Jasmine says, I don't know if I've tried a dehydrated eggs. Yeah, I don't know how you do that. But SL Swanson said, egg water glassing as many as you can as long as as the mixture has 2 inches above the eggs. Yeah, she was really referring to the weight of the eggs. I don't think you're gonna have that much issue with the quail eggs as long as you don't put it in a large bucket. I wouldn't even do like a gallon of them or anything. Um, so, but Agape says, Katrina, quail eggs have thicker shells. Yeah, they do. Dale actually said, we actually use 5-gallon buckets for water glassing. Also, water glassing is the least favorite way to store, though. Okay. You store all your quail eggs in water glass? Or a 5-gallon bucket. Katrina says, yep, that's why I'm wondering if there was a difference. Yeah, I would stay away from it because the weight does. I mean, you have. Battleborn Urban Farm says, does water glassing change the flavor? And Dale said yes. SL Swanson said we may not see Kristen until after Christmas. I think she texted me and said she has the next 2 Wednesdays for sure. So, because I don't think they had their schedule only scheduled out until this week, and then they got their new schedule, or they're only doing 1 week at a time or something, depending on how the store does. She works retail, that crappy retail life. Okie dokie Homestead, or our Okie Homestead. I'm sorry, I read it as Okie dokie. That sounds cool too, though. Evening all, thanks for joining. Verna says you can make meringue with quail eggs too. And there you go. You can use that. You can make meringue out of quail eggs while you make eggnog because you don't need the egg whites. So there you go. Roas said lemon meringue pie for sure. Yeah, there you go. Ashley Schultz says, what do you feed your quail? Mine are in a unheated shed through the winter. We just feed our quail our standard layer feed. It's a 20% protein, 3.5% calcium, and it's actually called a egg layer mash, but it crumbles. I don't know why they call it a mash because it's not mash. But yeah, we use that. Otherwise, just a 17% or 18% chicken feed works fine too. Veronica says, got here late, was sorting birds. Well, I was late, so you're not too far late. Roas said it takes a lot of whites to make a meringue. Yeah, it would. You can make a lot of eggnog, though, and eggnog makes you happy if you put alcohol in it. Sometimes, if you, I don't know. Jasmine says, Katrina, yes on leg bands. I made a rookie mistake. I know better, but it happened, and I placed the zip tie in the wrong place on the leg of my favorite male and missed that it was cutting into his leg, causing irreversible damage and infection, gangrene, and very, very sad. Jasmine, no more zip ties for me. Yeah, I as soon as you told me, I was sad as well. Like, it sucks. Katrina says that sucks. There's been a ton of questions of newbie quail lovers, and I like to have something to reference people to, as I've only used rubber bands, which rots if outside. Yeah, it's true. We actually, one of our chickens that we bought from somebody, and Kristen, I shouldn't say we, because Kristen, she buys chickens, or she did. She forgot a rubber band on one of the chickens, or it was missed or something when we went to go remove them, and it was pretty bad. It wasn't. It started cutting in, but it healed up. But it sucked. Balborn says we've been using small zip ties, but leaving them loose. Yeah, you can do that. I think the best tip though is making sure that they're almost to adult size when you're banding them, unless you're redoing it every few days because they grow quick. Roas says, over the winter, when hens stop laying, should you go back to starter feed? There's really no need. I would just keep them on the layer feed. And layer feed's cheaper. They don't need a higher protein because they're not growing as fast like that. That's really the only reason why they need it. Katrina says, I don't think it's necessary as long as the starter feed has extra protein for growth, not maintenance. Plus, it's more expensive. So, there you go. What the Quail Farm says, just add light to extend the daylight. Yeah, you could do that. Ashley says, would a multi-flock crumble be okay? Multi-flock crumble would be fine for layer feed. Because I think those are usually around 18 to 20%, and they usually have enough calcium in them. The only thing that I think they add, which doesn't hurt them, would be like other like trace minerals or nutrients. So that like the other like ducks and stuff like that need. Verna says, got your eggs from my old little giant. My hoverbaiter doesn't come until Monday. Then I will set my own eggs. Cool. It's awesome. Jasmine says, Balborn Urban Farm, I've been using the tiny zip ties for months and months and with no issues until I did. I kept them loose, but his somehow got caught up too high and cut of circulation. I don't know. That's unfortunate. Verna was asking Ashley what stage, how old are they? Yeah, I guess I should ask that. And Balborn says they keep an eye on them. That's good info though. That's good. Our group should be very pleased with. Oh wow, it's jumping. Sorry. I must be getting down to the thing. Our group is very pleased with how we are to each other. Yeah. I'm amazed at the way this community is. It's awesome. Gary says, question, 16 hours of light, quail outside, will the eggs still be fertile? Sorry about your loss of rabbits. Yeah, they'll be fertile. So I have my hutches outside, and one of my hutches has solar light on it that extends the daylight for them, and they lay. I just hatched eggs out of them, and it's been cooler temperatures here for you guys know, and yeah, we just hatched out. I don't remember how many I said, but yeah, we hatched out quite a few in there. I think there's 15 I hatched out. I don't know, I'm very many birds. I don't remember how many hens I have in there. Anyways, but yeah, they hatch out. They're still fertile. So the light really stimulates the females for egg production, and the light also stimulates the males to have breeding activity and also produce their foam that they use to fertilize the eggs. So hope that answers your question. Ashley says, got them at swaps, so I don't know how old they are. Full grown, only one laying at the moment, but not pushing for eggs. Okay, yeah, that should be fine with the all flock. Jasmine says, bummer about the bunny babies. Rabbits are tough sometimes. One of my does killed her first two kindlings. Homestead life is unpredictable and challenging at times. Yeah. I would have been more upset if it was. I mean, I'm pretty upset, but I've been more upset if it was one of our silver fox, because we've been trying to breed her, but I don't know if she's old enough. I think we jumped the gun on it and she just doesn't want to lift. But anyways, Verna says Wynola Ranch sells quail leg bands. Essel Swanson says Wynola Ranch has some bands in there, reusable. She shared their web address. Balborn Urban Farms told Dale his brooder is very nice. Yeah, they're nice brooders. I'm hoping to get one to try out here soon. Ed Got Bait said, Brandon, I watched the video you sent, air-dried duck. Are you going to try it with quail? I didn't think about quail. I mean, we just got ducks, so that's why I was looking at that. But, yeah, I've always wanted to try doing that with duck breasts. But anyways, S.L. Swanson says, Living Traditions has a video on dehydrating eggs. Okay, that's interesting. I'll have to look at that. The Daily Quail says, hey, I picked up Ender 3 Pro on sale. Sorry. Oh. I just got a message, I'm sorry. Where are we now? Oh, yeah. Daily Quail said, hey, I just picked up Ender 3 Pro on sale. Nice. What are you printing? I print and sell egg stacking trays. We actually have the 30 count on our website right now, but I need to fix the shipping because we have flat rate shipping and it's set at whatever the flat rate shipping for the eggs is that we figured out. So yeah, we're working on that, but those are on our website. We actually, I guess that's a good announcement. We actually have some stuff on our website. We have some t-shirts we've added on the website, and I guess I should have started with all that. So we updated the website with a few things. We're going to add some more t-shirts or sweaters here soon, and then I also added a poster on there at the request of Dale, because he wanted the poster. I thought it was a good idea too, so I ordered one too because I thought the picture turned out awesome. Kristen made. So, but yeah, I make egg stacking trays. Others, I 3D print a lot of stuff. I designed a part for the incubator I'm making. Sorry, my brain's shutting down. But yeah, I designed parts for the incubator. I've printed all kinds of stuff. I've been doing it for I think 3 or 4 years now. So, where was I? Balborn was asking Verna if she had an eggnog recipe. I got based at SO thought that video was freeze drying eggs. Oh, it might be freeze drying because I know they got a freeze dryer. I don't remember when, but I've seen videos on freeze drying. Um, and so Swanson said, isn't dehydrating and freeze drying the same thing? No, they're different. Interesting. I have a dehydrator. I'll have to give it a shot. There you go. Katrina says dehydrating uses heat and just evaporates liquid. Some nutrients are destroyed in this process. Freeze drying freezes the food, then removes the moisture and keeps it nearly all the nutrients. Otis says freeze drying is like the astronaut ice cream. Yep. Balborn Urban Farm says, question, will higher protein hurt the adult quail? No, it won't. They just don't need it. So it's to me, it's kind of a waste of money because you're paying extra for that feed and they don't require that extra higher protein. So, so Swanson says, oh, you have to cook like scrambled to dehydrate. I believe so. You have to scramble them up. Yeah, thanks, Verna, for fixing. I didn't even see what they were, so thank you for helping out. Um, Pastime 84 says, new to the channel, looking forward to the information and getting started in quail. Awesome. Well, welcome. If you have any questions, Verna, I think, might have posted my number in there or our email in the chat. You feel free to contact us or leave a comment. But we're happy to help in any way. If you need eggs or anything, you can check out our site, whiskeytangofarms.net. Pastime 84's Facebook. Katrina said there's Facebook groups of newbie quail lovers. There's tons of info. Yes, you want to check out newbie quail lovers. That's a great resource out there. Gary says, thanks. I was hoping that they would be fertile. Yep, no problem. Dale says, Verna, yeah, we have numerous plug-in dehydrators and a couple solar ones. In Wisconsin, we don't really get sun in the winter, so electric. Yeah, we don't get much sun. Otis says, my 70-plus-year-old large wood incubator is holding temps, and it's outside here, and that's awesome. Out in Kentucky. That's pretty cool. You should post a picture of that, and I would like to see it. Dale said thanks for the feedback for his incubator. Pastime said thank you so much on the group. Yeah, check it out. It's awesome. Lee Roberts is here. Says hello from Oklahoma. Welcome, joining us. The Daily Quail, is that okay? Verna posted the newbie quail lovers Facebook thing, so you can check that out. Otis says he just got Russian spy activation message, lol. I must have missed it. Verna's deleting stuff faster than I can see it, so she's doing really good. Dale's Quail says dehydrator is easier to work with and manage. Freeze dries last longer, almost zero nutrition loss, but hard to work with and manage as it sucks the moisture back into itself very quickly. Yeah. Agape says, oh, it's order set. I don't know what that is. You guys are talking stuff. I don't know. Jennifer says, hello from Tennessee. Put 16 babies 4 weeks old outside yesterday. They're loving the weather more than me. Over half were in the open part of the hutch at 5 a.m. this morning. That's interesting. I know mine hang out in the open part of the hutch too a lot. But they move in when it's cold. They need to. Kelly, is here. Welcome, Kelly. Thanks for joining. This is hey. Verna posted our website and Dale's Quails. Website as well for the brooder. Roas said quail are tough. Yeah, they are tough. Kelly says slap a smile on the mug. Why? See, I'm happy. Sorry, I haven't been smiling while you were here. You're late. Verna says tickle trunk alert. Hey, Kelly. Yeah, there you go. See, you guys get to see my bald head. I'm sorry. Apologize. I won't sit that close. S.L. Swanson said welcome. Always glad to have more from Tennessee here. Yep. Edgar Bay said it's the order number of clones in Star Wars got to kill the Jedi. Oh, I don't know. And Battleborn Urban Farm says we want to move to Tennessee. I want to move somewhere warmer. Oh, Tennessee would be the place, though. Kelly says, sorry, had homework, but done now. She said, hi, everybody. Ericism says, I have some chicks that are about 4 weeks old. Is it too soon to try and vent sex them to find out males from females? That's a little young. When you get really good at vent sexing quail, you can sometimes do it at like 5 to 6 weeks. And there's ways to tell younger, but it's not very easy. The easiest is about 7 weeks old, 7 to 8 weeks old, or it's what I recommend. Jasmine says, had a gigantic possum climbing on the aviary tonight. Hubby disposed of him with the 22. Normally we leave possums alone, but he was trying hard to get the quail snacks, probably eggs. Ugh, that sucks. Yeah, I don't like dispatching anything, but if it's gonna destroy the homestead or anything like that, then yeah. Yeah, we do have a vent sexing video on our channel if you want to check that out. That'd be good. Silverback Stacker said, be proud of what you got, brother. Yeah. This is from the wife and kids. I swear. It's really from my grandma. But anyways. Ed Got Bait says, Jasmine possum pie time. There you go. Kelly said, sold a breeding set and 6 hens yesterday. Everybody's getting the adults, but got chicks all up in my tickle trunks. Yeah, you need to sell some chicks. You have a lot of eggs to hatch, or hatching. A lot of chicks hatching. Wow. Verna says she vent sex is 6 to 8 weeks. There you go. Gary said, good job, Jasmine's hubby. Yeah. He looks like he'd be a good shot. Ericism says, thanks, I wanted to separate them, but I will just be patient. One thing, so they're not feather sexable at all? I mean, I don't know what quail they are, what plumage, or, feathers, what color they look like. You can message me too if you want, and we can look at them, but I don't know. Roa says, do opossum cross the border? Can they stand the cold? We have them up here. I mean, Jasmine's in Missouri, but I don't know. Otis says he wouldn't have taken quail. Nice shot, Mr. Bass. He would have
taking the quail. Sorry. Katrina says that Jasmine, did you say you had extra eggs? Perhaps you need to get a possum. Needed a pet possum. There you go. Verna shared the sexing quail playlist. There you go. We had lots of information there. Feather sexing and vent sexing. The quail are in there. We will have more feather sexing videos coming up too for some other colors. We just haven't got done with those. And so Swanson said, Ericism, the boys will start letting you know when they're within a week or two. Yeah, they'll start crowing. You'll start hearing them. Jennifer said, possums are only critter that have went are mine. The dog takes care of them running off. There you go. Jasmine said, actually, Katrina, I do have a friend in wildlife rescue that will be reaching out to her and see if she needs eggs. And there you go. Kelly says, yep, you guys keep feeding the addiction. I had to get more light in my shed so I can vent sex the boys. But I'm done with these non-feather sexables in the winter. I need to be educated on sparkly feather. Yeah, sparkly eggs or sparkly, well, not eggs. Wow, quail. I didn't know he had sparklies. I mean, you should let me know. I haven't talked to you in a few days. Veronica says, question, I have extra white males. Can I put 2 in with 10 wild, not a breeder pen? Yeah, you can do that. You'll just get some, sorry, my contact messed up. You'll just get some like tuxedos and stuff out of there. That'll hatch. It's perfectly fine. Kelly says sexing is a hot mess. Yeah, it can be. Gary says we are inheriting armadillos here in North Carolina. Yeah, I wouldn't want those. Battleborn Urban Farms says hit the like button. Yeah, you guys hit the like button. Ashley says my mom's dog actually hunts and kills the possums. There you go. Nestle Swanson says, I have a possum that likes to sleep on top of my quail cage. Every now and then he can't get in. Yay me. That's good. Kelly says, they aren't your sparklies, I don't think. LOL. Ed got bait. It said, did the wife get button quail? No. No. Dale sold all the buttons before he came up here. So, no, we don't have any button quail. The only thing he brought us was 2 ducks. And then we gave him some eggs. But Otis says, how's WTF Antique Incubator coming along? Things steampunk cool. It's coming along. I've been messing around with it. I ordered a heat controller and humidifier controller all in one, and it doesn't control the heat like I thought it did. I searched for a specific type of controller, and that was in the listing, and it's not that type of controller. So I had to order another one, and I've been working with that one, and I got everything set up, and I've been pretty happy with it, ready to use it. And then I went and looked, and my humidifier, the ultrasonic humidifier thing, is not working anymore, and it's not very old. So since that's not working, I have to get that replaced. It might be just the disc. It did come with extra discs, which I had, I think, in the box over there. So I'm gonna try that first. But yeah, I did record a little snippet of the video of it, and I'll try to get that edited. I probably kind of mix a couple things together and post it so you guys can see things. But then yeah, I'll have a full video on it and what I did and how it works. And we'll set some eggs in there and hatch some stuff out. Jasmine says, question for those who sell eating eggs. Do you wash them or not before selling? Refrigerate before selling or not? Plastic or paper cartons? Reuse? Return cartons from customers or not? Thanks, wonderful humans. Um, we wash our eggs when we sell them, and we wash them all by hand and kind of just lightly scrub them just to make sure. I mean, the egg rollouts, they come out nice and clean anyways, but we just want to make sure that they're good for people, because sometimes even with the egg rollouts, the way they're designed in those cages, sometimes their poop comes out and it kind of will roll out next to it. So yeah, we make sure they're nice and clean, and then we put them in plastic containers because they're fairly cheap, especially from China if you order them from China, if you can. But yeah, that's what we do. I don't know. I know some people reuse the containers from customers. There's somebody in the east of us that they offer like a 25-cent return credit on the eggs. But I guess if they're the plastic egg tray or containers, you could probably just wash those out. Spritz them with some thieves cleaner or something. I don't know. What the Quail Farm says: I have a quail with both eyes pecked shut. Will it heal? It will. It just depends on how bad it is. I've had some just because we've thrown them in there and didn't do what you're supposed to, and they do heal. They eventually will heal. It just depends on how bad the eyes are. Dale's Quail says we still have buttons. Just saying. Well, why don't we? Not that I want them, but I'm sure that's what Kristen would say. Why don't we? Richard Brown says, got Jumbo Wild that lays solid white eggs. That thinks she has no ink. LOL. We have had some that once in a while will do that. We'll just lay nothing on them, so it's possible. S.L. Swanson says, I'm suspicious of Brandon stopping that button quail delivery. Just saying. Well, I'm like a little kid. I like packages. So, I mean, if you're going to send me a package with eggs in it, I'll open it. At least open it. Been waiting for some duck eggs because I got to test out my duck stacking trays that I made. I got to verify those. Dale's the only one I know that has duck eggs, at least. Let's see here. Our Okie Homestead, interesting info, not catching all since I'm mostly listening while editing, LOL. There you go. Otis says, I have jumbo hens that started laying white also. There you go. So you're not the only one. Katrina says, I don't, but so far I just sell them when I go to volleyball. If I were to sell them to a store or a farmer's market or something else, I believe my state would require washing and refrigeration. I know for our rules for the state, they do require you to wash and refrigerate right away before you even take it to a store or customer or whatever. And then, yeah, they require refrigeration. But, yeah. I don't like selling eggs. Eating eggs. S.L. Swanson says, I sell unwashed, clean, unrefrigerated in the plastic and tell them to wash and refrigerate. There you go. You can just put it on them. That works. Ashley says, Jasmine, Coturnix Corner had a live Q&A last night about, yeah. Verna says, Jasmine, I personally do not wash eggs, but I do refrigerate them. I do use plastic containers and do reuse them as well. There you go. We don't wash our eggs
and they sit on the counter in our quail stacking trays. That's how we do it. Battleborn says we have a jumbo hen laying a white egg as well. And, you just need to get them all together and a bunch of white egg laying quail. Katrina said, I have to head out. Thanks for your conversation. Well, thank you for joining. S.L. Swanson said, some states prohibit reuse of egg cartons. Depends on the state. There you go. Jesse says, Jasmine, I don't wash them before selling. I just let the customers know to wash first. I use plastic and do reuse and refrigerate them. There you go. Veronica says, do I have to refrigerate if wash? I would. If you wash them, I would refrigerate them. Because you're washing off the bloom on them that protects them. We just don't wash them. It's easier that way. Even the ones out on my hutch, which they lay in sand or on the cage floor, are usually pretty good. We don't wash those. Ashley said, but look up your state's rules via Google. Yep. It's good. Jasmine said, thanks all. I appreciate the input. And S.L. Swanson and Battleborn says, yes, if you wash them, the bloom, you're removing the bloom. So, Jennifer says the plastic trays will make it through the dishwashing cycle. That's interesting. I didn't think they would. And Veronica said, thanks for and then Otis says, my buttons have stopped laying and have been under extra light. Dale asked if it's cold. Verna says, U.S. is the only country that wants you to wash your eating eggs. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Ashley, Jasmine said, Ashley, I did watch that. Linda, it was great. Love hearing from everyone here as well. So interesting, different ideas, procedures, and learning. Yep. Rydnick Poultry and Aviary is here. In North Carolina, eggs are defined as what comes from a domesticated chicken only, LOL. So you can do anything you want with a quail egg, huh? That's interesting. California Quail Keeper says, just saying hello to y'all. Busy day, setting up the greenhouse. I'll be watching the replay tomorrow. Have a great evening. Well, thanks for popping in. With that, I think we're done. Unless you guys have something else for me. But I don't have anything else. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I appreciate showing up and interacting with me. It's been fun. Rydnick says, Yippers, it's listed as North Carolina egg law. I'm okay with it. Dale says buttons don't handle cold internally as well as Coturnix. While they're hardy enough to handle the cold, their body focuses on heat instead of eggs with little heat. They'll keep laying. Gary says good night. And Balborn says, Brandon, you should show us your egg printed holders. I can show you one real quick. I have one right here. I'll be right back. All right. This is the 30 count one. But that's what it is. That's the egg holder. So I also do have 15 count. It's basically just like that. And these legs are over here. But they hold jumbo eggs. Verna says, Brandon, wait until you get 1,000 subscribers and you have to be on here 2 hours or more. 2 or more hours, LOL. Yep. Everybody's saying thanks. Yep, hit the thumbs up. All right, thanks for joining, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you. Bye.